Okay, listen, I don't want to be running greed any more than you want me to be running greed, so I think the best thing that we can do is just get it over and done with. A range up spawns blue flies. I'll be sucking that up for a speed and shot speed bonus, I guess. Fine. Shot speed, honestly, might not even be that bad right here. I mean, it was kind of our downfall, ow, in the last run, because my shots would just, I mean, this is what shot speed is. They were too slow, so it was taking them ages to hit things, which was making it hard to kill them. You know, like, there are better things we could have gotten. I'm trying to make lemonade out of lemons here, mentally speaking. Do whatever mental gymnastics I have to do to be okay with the fact that I just re-roll a range upgrade into a shot speed upgrade. Because, like, honestly, maybe the range is just better. Hard to say. Ow. Honestly, difficult to say for sure. This is just fucked up, man. I'm already down to half a heart again. Apollyon is apparently just not cut out for greed mode. I need you to back off for a minute. Yeah, okay, we're dead again. That's fine. This is fine. We restart again. It's early enough in the video that that's not going to be a problem. The full health upgrade we will maybe take momentarily. This is a new meta that I'm employing, wherein I am going to let myself take one whole heart of damage during this section, and then, if need be, I will you step on the button in order to escape and then use the heart to heal. Thank you. I'm very pleased with the decisions I'm making all of a sudden, taking the game a little bit more seriously. I thought greed mode was trivial, but apparently, according to the last 2 runs, that is not the case. Hey, how's it going? What have I been up to? I've been working, as you can imagine. I have also been to Games Workshop in direct contradiction of my previous rant about how much I hate nerds. Listen, I've got friends. If you're listening to this, I'd say there's maybe like a 90% chance that you're one of them getting into Necromunda. But I went to Games Workshop in my town to pick up a copy of the Necromunda rulebook, and the guy that I spoke to in there was delightful. He is professionally trained to be delightful. So, you know, I don't know if he really counts for the purposes of the arguments I was making the other day. I rest my case, I suppose. What do we have in here? Nothing that I am going gaga for. We'll at least check the golden room. Okay. That's disappointing. To say, like, the absolute least. It's disappointing. We now have virtually nothing to show for our efforts. I guess we've got to. I guess I'm gonna do this. Verp. When used, consumes all pedestal items in the room. Active item. Its effect will activate every future use of... Oh wait, that's what Void does. What does Verb do? I don't think I've ever consciously used spawns last used pill. Okay. So in that case, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do this. I know I have now contradicted my very good idea to hold out on picking up the heart until I needed HP, but it's the boss level, man. You know, I'm in the room, I may as well grab it while I'm in there. I'm just trying to justify the fact that I forgot what I'd said previously. I am again recording like at the middle of the night, but I'm not in as terrible shape as I was yesterday. I was pretty messed up yesterday. I had just eaten an entire large pizza to myself, and it had me in a pretty bad way. Oh my god. Okay, well, two Duke of Flies is like pretty sick, actually. As, you know, boss floors go, I do need to kill you, because you're just going to overwhelm me. Very nice. Through here. Anyway, I went to Games Workshop, picked up a Necromunda rulebook. I was gonna see if I could get some minis as well, but it didn't shake out that way. They just didn't have any of the gangs that I was interested in. If you don't know what Necromunda is, maybe you've heard of Warhammer, which is like a tabletop war game. You have like little space marines or aliens and stuff like that. And you measure short distances with like tape measures and see if your guns fire good with dice rolls. Necromunda is just like another version of that. It's a different game made by the same company, I believe. Unless there are like subdivisions of like games companies that are under like the Games Workshop publisher. I don't know. I don't know too well how that works. But anyway, where Warhammer and Warhammer 40k more specifically is about like big space wars and stuff like that. Necromunda is about like, you know, smaller scale gang warfare. And is very cool. I'm not gonna bother rolling any of this. I'm just gonna kind of... 2 more dukes, let's go. This is like very manageable as boss rounds go. This is, I think, exactly what we needed for our Apollyon run, because apparently this guy is just no... Like, I was talking yesterday about wanting to pick characters that I thought would be good for greed so that I could just kind of get it over and done with. Apollyon, apparently not one of them. I thought being able to just, like, void items in your treasure rooms that you didn't like would be a bit of a bonus, but evidently that is not the case. But I spoke to a very lovely man who I told him which gang I was interested in playing, and he was like, no way, that's the gang I play. They're really fun. Here's some tips and tricks. So now I'm like all geared out, mentally speaking, in order to absolutely trounce people. As I'll let you in a little secret, I was looking at the Corpse Grinder cults. I don't know if I'll play the Corpse Grinder cults, but they seemed pretty interesting, and now I have some strategy to employ. I might have them on the side at the absolute minimum. The problem is, a lot of the other gangs just don't really tickle my fancy. You got, like, cops, boring. You've got, like, miner dudes, boring. You know? There's, like, guys who are big and strong, kinda boring. But then you've got the Corpse Grinder cults who are, like, you know, fanatic, chaotic killing machines that are just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of full send and hack and slash you to pieces. It's kind of badass, man. It's kind of sick nasty. I mean, the walk was pretty good. I did get stopped while I was out, or someone attempted to stop me while I was out. Who, I mean, I assume was like collecting money for something. And I just hit him with the, like, I'm in a rush, man. Which sucked for me, because I wasn't in a rush, and I did want to stop off at the stall that was kind of right next to us that sells, like, chips. I like Stigmata, for sure. Squeezy is not too bad, either. We'll take Stigmata. And I guess we'll take Squeezy now. I don't think we need to worry about it right this second. And, like, we might as well take Mr. Dolly. It's, like, a good item. Okay, we got a whole mess of stuff here. And we're just gonna kind of go for it. And now, we have a Verp that we're carrying around in the hopes that the next time I void... In fact, I can just void now. I'm gonna use it. And that's whatever. So we're now just gonna kind of use a bunch of pills in the hopes that we find something really cracked out and then we Verp it, is what's going on here. Because if we're gonna be spawning pills every time we use Void, we may as well try and, like, get some use out of it. Get some mileage out of it, I should say. But yeah, I hit him with the sorry man, I'm really busy, I gotta go, which sucked because he was standing like 20 feet away from the stool that I wanted to go to. And I just wanted to stop there and be like, hey, can I get some, like, garlic mayo fries? So I couldn't do that, because, listen, like, maybe a stronger-willed man might have just, like, committed to it. I can't do that to him, man. He's just out here trying to do the right thing. To the best of my knowledge. I don't know. I've never done that kind of volunteering stuff before. I assume that's volunteering. I mean, maybe they're getting paid for it. I don't know. Maybe they are getting paid for it. I've never really considered the logistics of it. I just know that it happens. I'm just now considering, do they get paid to do that? Some of them, maybe. Yeah, they must do, right? I imagine they get paid. Maybe they don't. It depends on what they're collecting for, actually. I'm sure that's the case. Because, I mean, a lot of folks out there are collecting for good causes, you know? Tears up, and then we VERP it. And now we've got very good tears. Very nice. And we're going to grab this red heart. While holding a fully charged active item. Which, in this case, I don't... Normally I think we'd like a lot. Maybe we do want to just buy it as like a nice little, you know... A nice little bonus in the event that we're fully charged. But I don't know how much mileage we're going to get out of it. Ow. This is fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Okay. That was entirely my bad. Yeah, no, I can't be, you know, saying that I'm busy to people and then oh no. This is unfortunate. Don't do this to me. Like, we can count our blessings that we're in a very big room, so we have a lot of space to, like, evade this guy. But this is like game over level boss roll right now. If you've been watching any of the runs so far, you'll see that I struggle pretty drastically to kill Peep. I can't really explain what the problem is. Something about him makes my brain hurt. He is maybe beyond beyond that boss that is the heart and the mask that roam around from last episode. There aren't many bosses that, like, really fuck me up. But Peep and the heart and mask boss they're on that list. Let's just go. Let's just send it. Oh no, I should not have sent it. Okay, I think we kill the non-red one first. I think he is weaker. And therefore the prime target. So as to be able to clear out at least one of these two horrid bosses. Uh-oh. We're in a tough situation all of a sudden. Oh, okay. I just gotta, like, chill for a minute. Okay, we got him. Now we just gotta get the other. And we don't have very many ads to be dealing with either, so that's pretty nice. That might change any minute, though. Any more stuff to say about Games Workshop? I will say something I was very self-aware of while I was in Games Workshop is the way that I was standing and kind of how awkward I was being. Both I and the guy that I was talking to, we had a really good conversation. He was a really chill guy. He's clearly been trained well at what he does. Let's go in here. Circle of Protection, better than what we had yesterday. Yesterday we had the Prism, which I was not into. What's up here? Cool. A little bit of healing. We're in pretty good shape. I'm gonna go down just in case we roll straight into something else that's exciting, because I don't want to be spending 7 coins on blue map during greed. I'm gonna drink some water here. But anyway, ooh, shot speed and speed. I'm into it. Yeah, this guy that I was talking to, I mean, can I get a bomb? Can I get a bomb, brother? We could completely avoid taking damage if we buy, whoa, if we buy that. Yeah, I think this is a good investment, because with habit as well, so we can put a bomb here. I did not get the tinted rock, I've just realized, which was the reason I should have put it a little higher up. Epiphoria, I don't know how much we care about Epiphoria here. I am going to just bite the bullet and put a bomb here. Get 2 blue hearts. That's pretty nice. And I think that was a really worthwhile investment, because we essentially got, for the cost of 15 coins, we got some bombs, we got, I'm going to probably void you for little gain. We essentially got some bombs and also a little bit more mileage out of our trinket. Thanks to, or potential mileage out of our trinket, thanks to that 15 coin investment. And like honestly, now that we've used the verb, that was like the best case scenario, that we just found a tears up that quickly. I probably won't bother, like, we have no actives that are that worth using until we find items in our item rooms that we, like, passive items that we want to suck up. We probably just won't bother using it, which means that our trinket is useful. And that's about it. We're not in bad shape right now. I'm quite liking the situation. I'm kind of into it. Hey, also, actually, let's stay on track. Let's finish one story at a time. So I was at Games Workshop, and I was being very awkward with the guy that was there. We were chit-chatting, having a lovely old time, but we were doing this thing, and I noticed we were both doing it, and I haven't done that, like, ever. I think I just saw him start doing it, and I started doing it, or vice versa, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't usually go into hobby shops, or, like, hobby shops of any variety. I get very awkward, just because I get worried about, like, gatekeeping and stuff like that. By which I mean, like, for example, the last time I went into any kind of hobby shop would have been, I went to a plant store a while ago, and I know you're thinking, like, plant store, that's not a hobby shop. It kind of is. People, like, collect and care for plants as a hobby, and I'm one of them. But I don't have very many, and I'm not that good at it. So I went into a plant store, thinking, like, oh, I'll gain some knowledge about plants, I'll get some new plants, it'll be really nice. I stepped foot into that store, and I didn't say a word to anybody. I stood around for, like, 20 minutes, and then left. I was in hell. I was in a horrible, horrible place. Like, not a horrible, horrible place, but, like, it was horrible. I couldn't muster the courage to talk to anyone unless they were like, oh my god, that's what you've been doing with your plants? Are you crazy? I have no idea which one is the one I've been hitting this entire time. I'm gonna guess you. I don't think it's you. Okay, it was you. I haven't even hit this guy yet. I could do with some damage ups, maybe. That'd be kind of nice. We're at 29 coins, which honestly, for right now, I'm not completely against just continuing to hold until we get, like, a good shop. I've been flamed for this in the past, but I'm ready to just kind of live life on the edge like that. Maybe we want to use some bombs here in the interest of getting this cleared up nice and quickly. Let's just get you off of your pony right quick. Or maybe we'll just kill you. I don't know. I don't really know. Okay, you're off your horse. Your head is off. This is kind of a no problem situation. Is this the end of the floor? The button's red. I think it might be. This honestly might be the end of the floor. And if it is, I'm going to be very happy, because it means we cleared it with no real problems. We can save our money for the next floor, see what's going on. If there's still nothing of interest, then we can think about re-rolling. But until then, I don't really care. We have a good amount of HP. I'm checking it. There are black hearts, which I like. There is also brimstone, which I like a heck of a lot. Let's take it. Cool. We're in excellent shape right now. Let's just go. This is the redemption arc. is me finally getting a really insane item on Apollyon. And just hopefully clearing greed. Once we have greedier, it's like a it's like a slightly different situation. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to come back for you, I think. Damage up only for the left eye. And range up. We don't need range up. I think we can afford to roll a little bit here. Tears and shot speed? That might not be too bad given the brimstone. I think, and I might have already talked about this before, I don't know if this is right, but my current understanding of brimstone with your stats is that tears is how quickly it charges, and shot speed is how many times it ticks. which means that shot speed on Brimstone is kind of cracked, because you're basically just doing more damage. I don't know if that's true though, because it's not really the way shot speed works for normal tiers. So it seems a bit strange that that's how it will work for Brimstone. I don't know, that's just me. Maybe it is right, and my thinking that it's weird is stupid. Yeah, I was doing this thing at Games Workshop where I was just like rocking back and forth on my legs, and I was like swinging around a lot. The guy I was talking to was he was like touching and moving bits of terrain. We looked like we were, you know, we were characters in a oh my god. We looked like we were characters in like an early 2000s rom-com that had a crush on each other, is what we probably looked like. Ow. It's what I imagine we looked like at the very least. Tears up and shot speed up again is maybe just kind of a good time. So let's do it. Yeah. I'll just take that, I think. We just both looked very bashful, for lack of a better term. Ow. We spawned a rainbow poop. Amazing. I don't think we really need it, but it's still kind of nice. Oh my god, you seeing these dodges? Oh. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 easy, partner, easy. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know why I was doing it. I don't normally do that. I'm usually a bit of a social chameleon. I can kind of blend in, not act too weird. Not amazingly so, hence my doing the Isaac episodes, because sometimes I do just find myself lost for things to say. But at the very least, I can not appear too awkward, I think. But in this situation, I seemed very awkward. I was very, like, you know, I was doing the, like, classic swinging one of my legs back and forth. I was doing, like, the anime ooh-woo fingers together. In the end, I bought the rule book. He was like, yeah, it's a really good purchase. Gave me some tips, some other websites to look at for certain things. And it was a really good experience. And, you know, I think I agree with what I've been told about, as far as the nerds conversation goes. What I've been told in the past, which is that, like, Games Workshop employees are like, trained retailers. So, you know, that combined with, like, legitimate passion for the game, is maybe a recipe for someone who is very helpful and friendly in that kind of space. Which is something that I think, sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't. I sounded very, like I was very absolute about it when I was talking about how I feel about nerds previously. Yes. Sacrificial altar, huh? I sounded like I was convinced that that was just what every single person who was into, like, tabletop games and stuff is like. That's not the case. I was just very salty about the folks who are gatekeepy. Hold on, water time. It's not to say that everyone's gatekeepy, just some of them. I'll take health up and damage up for sure. I don't know if we need you. Maybe we just void you. Get a stat up. That was really bad? What the fuck just happened? Oh, right. My trinket. I was so confused. Let's just keep rolling with it. I think we're in, like, kind of a nice position to just cruise until something amazing comes along. And then we can just worry about investing all of this money into the dono machine. Because, like, realistically, this build feels not too bad. Maybe we need some more, like, damage, but that's about it. But that's really all we're holding out for. And if we don't get any, then we're just gonna kind of have to, like, be big boys. And somehow not die against Ultra Greed. Easy, easy, easy. Besides that, besides, like, the Games Workshop stuff, I haven't really been doing too much. I haven't read the Necromunda rulebook yet. I'm sure I'll have lots more to say once I've read it about, like, you know, TT, tabletop wargame, like, writing. I got told that, you know, it had some kind of flavor text stuff in there. It wasn't just rules, which I'm quite excited about. I am sorry about the burping. Not too worried about, like, am I gonna like it? So far, I've liked everything I've seen. So hopefully that pattern just continues. Is it just you? Yeah, I think it's just you. Nothing to worry about. Oh, I was gonna say something else. I've totally forgotten what it was. It's totally slipped my mind. Oh well. Like I was talking to the guy. He did seem a little bit disheartened by that. I found quite funny. At one point, he said that he played Blood Bowl, and I was like, "Oh, I've played Blood Bowl," and he was like, "Oh, no way," and I was like, "Yeah, just like the PC version though, just like the video game," and he was immediately a little bit like, "Oh." I don't know if that's actually what he was thinking, or if I'm just kind of like putting my own assumptions on to him, like projecting almost, but it did seem like that was his reaction. I found it quite funny. Like, I actually wasn't that embarrassed. I was amused more than embarrassed. Let's actually just take both of these, I think. I'm just going to get really crazy. That's going to give us the damage up we've been looking for. And... oh, we didn't take the Eternal Heart from the last floor. That's a mistake. I don't really care about any of this. I'm just going to keep schmoovin' here. And head on down. I don't think I want to use this pill. Let's see what this is all about. That's nothing. That's nothing. Sorry, notifications. Actually, a little bit more order is in order, I think. That's just really what we're looking for here. Damage up, range up, shot speed down. I think this is a good investment for 7 coins. I mean, we'll take that for another 7. That's where I'm going to draw the line. And let's do this. Boom. I think now we've got good enough damage to just kind of cruise. We're looking to save money at this point. Although we might have to buy a couple of soul hearts here just by virtue of me playing like a bit of an idiot. But hopefully that's not going to happen. Like, if we come out of this with most of our soul hearts, and especially if we just magically find some like we have been, we'll be okay. But that, right now, I think is the name of the game, is now just making sure we have enough health to survive the final fight. Whoa, 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 whoa. My brain. What have oh man, it's driving me nuts. I had a thing I was going to talk about, and it's just completely vacated my brain. Other stuff I've been doing, yeah, not a lot. I did finish the NFT documentary I was watching. I'm sure you want to hear more about my thoughts on NFTs as a, you know, a relevant figure in the space. It's these fucking guys again. Luckily, I have a secret weapon this time. In the form of just brimstone. So now I don't have to worry about, like, hitting this guy from behind. See that? Let's just keep rolling here. I haven't really, like, learned anything amazing and new about NFTs. I just have, like, a better, like, verbal understanding of the things that I kind of assumed previously. That is to say, like, being able to, like, in words, practically understand and explain why they are nuts. Because they sure seemed like it, but I just couldn't quite put it together myself, because I don't know much about them. You know? I have an outsider's perspective. Now I have an outsider's perspective, but someone explained it to me better than I can explain it to myself. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, a lump of coal would have been kind of amazing, though. I think we do that. And then we buy a few of these. Cool. Maybe that was too many. Maybe it wasn't enough. I'll never know. I can only know what I've done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you know about NFTs. I don't know how much you've gleaned from my, like, vague paraphrasing of things I've learned about them. But, like, it is just, like, it's all just a giant scheme pertaining to, like, finding the biggest idiot in the room, right? Like, the biggest idiot in the room in this case is whoever buys into crypto or NFTs and isn't able to then sell it on to somebody else. Because, like, that is their sole existence at this point. They are, like, vanity items to be sold. They don't have any other purpose. They don't have any other use. There's no such thing as this, like, I don't know if you've been... Because when I was hearing about all of this via this documentary, it was sounding familiar, all of this talk of, like, NFTs being the future and, like, the way forward for digital security in terms of, like, creating a decentralized network that can, like, store all of our personal information safely. It's not, like, if you're compiling all of your information into... And, I mean, this is coming from a guy who, like, a week ago said he knew nothing about cybersecurity, by the way. But if you store all of your, like, information in one location, you can, like, have it stored across as many different, like, devices as you like, but it's, like, all stored under one user, one account, in one database, so to speak. In this case, like, the blockchain. And that is way worse for security. Like, the big case that was being made during this documentary is that a lot of hacking and cybersecurity breaches aren't done via, you know, man-in-the-middle attacks where somebody, like in a hacker movie, they're like, this is some tight encryption. There are only 3 hackers in the world who know how to break into this kind of encryption. Lucky you're talking to one of them. Or something like that. There's nothing like that. It's people. It's the kinds of calls that you get where it's like, hey, you know, I'm just doing a security checkup for this account that you have. Can you give me your details? Because there are stupid people out there. Look, there are people stupid enough to buy NFTs believing this shit's gonna, quote, go to the moon. Ooh. Then there are people stupid enough to give away their account details to a total stranger. But the problem here, the problem that I'm trying to get at anyway, albeit, like, very verbosely and badly, is that the security issue exists in the form of compiling all of your personal information in under one, like, blanket account, or in one blanket with one blanket service, albeit, like, across many devices. The only, like, one sort of set of credentials is needed to get into. It's way worse for your personal security. You're way more likely to get hacked and have all of your assets stolen. And in the proposed, like, super secure, decentralized future, like, you know, all of your insurance details and your medical details and, like, just about everything about you, you know? People want to store literally everything on the blockchain, and that's madness, because it's just, like, way more public. Why would you want that? I don't know. I don't want that. I want my, like, you know, I'm quite happy to have my separate accounts for things. It's kind of nice. It's peace of mind. Anyway, I didn't make any jokes out of that. It wasn't very funny, but maybe that's not necessarily my MO. How much do you need for Greedia? More than that. Okay, good to know. Alright, I fucked the win streak again. Sorry. But actually, I'm not sorry. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.